Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here today. We have a great show lined up. You're going to really enjoy it. And let's get started with our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin Road and Highway 77. Everybody check them out. I always think about taking that welding class and working on tree stands and fixing the boat trailer. That's why I've never taken it. When I retire, I may go over there and just take that welding class. But all kind of programs they have over there. Now, it's going to be a high today of 72, a comfortable day. It's going to be cloudy and a low of 59, so really not a bad day at all to be outdoors. The water temperature now has plummeted. It's down to 69. First time it's hit 60 since last winter. So it's 69 degrees. We were talking about it yesterday, what a low water temperature we're going to get pretty soon, and it is hitting us right now. Now, take a look at our river readings. The Apalachicola Bluntstown is in great shape. It's dropping. It's still dropping, just a slow, steady drop. You can see all week long, just a slow drop. It's reading a 1.7 at Bluntstown. That's getting pretty low, folks. The Choctaw at Caryville had a little bump on it yesterday and today. It's at a 4.7, but it's going to drop out for the weekend. So we're not going to have a lot of rising water. It's going to be dropping on the Choctawhatchee and also dropping slowly and steady on the Apalachicola. But the river fishing has been good. Now let's take a look at on our saltwater side at a tide chart here brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Their motto is when caring counts. Today is November 21st. We're looking 1 week away from Thanksgiving. Good strong tides. We've got a low tide this morning at 9:06 and a high tide at 10:29 tonight. They got a 2.1 foot range right there. So everything's looking good as far as water now. Fresh water and salt water looking good. Now, once a week, we'd like to call down our east end of viewing area and get the Blue Water Outrigger report brought to us by George Duran and that staff over there at Blue Water Outriggers. They always do a great job and get ready to do some good Christmas shopping with those folks. Now, I always have Captain Blair Morgan with us. Good morning, Blair.
Good morning, Winston. How's everybody this morning?
Blair, I'm doing well. We'll talk a little bit about high school football. You know, we're going to see each other Friday night in Bluntstown. You're going to be over there on St. Joe's side. I'm going to be on the Bluntstown side, looks like.
That's right. We'll be knocking each other, I guess, Friday night.
I know it. We used to play side by side. Now we're going to be across the field, but it should be a good ball game.
Yeah, I hope it is.
Okay. All right, let's get on the fishing side now. Tell us what's going on down your way.
Well, most everybody's getting ready for hunting season, which opens next week. But I had a friend of mine that went in the Apalachicola Bay this past Monday when it rained all day. He wanted to go fishing. It rained him out of work, so he said, "Well, I'm going fishing." If you can imagine that. So, but he went. He had a real good day. He caught a lot of big speckled trout on the popping cork using the gulp. He said he caught most of them under the birds that were diving, but they were just all scattered out there on the oyster leases, you know.
Yeah.
Out there, not around deep water or anything, just up in about 3 foot of water. And I talked to a buddy in Eastbourne. He had a cooler full of stripers he had caught up there at the trestle up above Blunts. I mean, I got Blunts down on it, man. Up above Appalach, there at the railroad trestle, he had a cooler full of stripers, real nice ones too.
Uh-huh.
And of course, the freshwater fishing on Apalachicola is just excellent right now. Everybody's catching a lot of brim, catfish, catching a lot of bass, so fishing's pretty good.
All right. Well, that sounded pretty good, Blair.
Yeah, and as far as deer season, I think we're having a real good year this year. We're seeing a lot of big deer just everywhere. I mean, big horns and real healthy looking deer this year. You know, last year we were talking about some of the deer that we were seeing would kind of look real poor and everything, but evidently this wet summer they had plenty to eat, and they really in good shape this year.
Well, that sounds good. You know, like I say, all that rain and good food and all, just a good nourishment and all, so maybe it's good results.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good one.
All right. Well, Blair, it sounds good, buddy, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right, take care. All right, folks.
All right,
thank you, Blair. Takes care of our report from Blue Water Outrigger. Let's take our first break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, folks. We're glad you're with us this morning. I'm going to start off with some pictures first. And this was at the Bluntstown ball game last Friday night. I walked up to the stands. I see this guy on the right with a Panhandle Outdoors cap on. I said, hey. And I saw that is on the right there. And he also had a Panhandle Outdoors shirt on. That's David McGee up there in Clarksville. Watch the show every morning. And to my right, to your left right there is Don Clemens. His cousin Tracy and I played ball against each other years ago. I go to all these Bluntstown games. Folks, I got kin folks up there, and I'll tell you all about it maybe tomorrow and all, but I will. I'll go see my kin folks and all, and enjoy it, and thank you. I had a nice picture there. Thank you, David and Don, for being there with us. And appreciate both of y'all watching Panhandle Outdoors. Okay, now I'm going to go back. I got a couple more pictures. I want to let's start on this one right here. These guys were hunting last Saturday, couldn't figure out why. They knew there were some deer in the area, and they couldn't figure out why. Saturday afternoon, it was Connor McLean's folks and friends there, and they come to find out there's a gator. Look at that gator. Here's another picture of it around their feeder, and that was a 13-foot gator. It had come up out of a pond a long way off and had been hanging around that feeder. They figured he's already got a couple of yearlings with him, and that's his feeding spot right there. So that's why they didn't shoot anything last Saturday afternoon. The gator was right around the feeder. So that's up there in right north of town there, up there around Vernon. All right, let's see. Let's go. Next picture here. This is just some outdoor photography. We got that's one Connor McLean got last week, and then our next one here. Let's see if we can get it to come on. Sometimes our technology is not working with us. Okay, now that's some freshwater brim. Sherry and Tommy Oliver. We're talking about catching some Chipotle River brim. That's some nice pictures right there. Okay. Next, that's that picture. That's just a great picture of a cypress there in the river. Tom Gurley, great photographer right there. Beautiful picture. Sometimes you see beauty right there. Kurt Davis working on his boat motor. Take off his cowling, and that was up there in the northern part of Deer Point Lake. Kurt Davis watches the show a lot. He sent us his picture. He opened up that cowling, and I don't think I'd work on a motor after that. I'd be a little spooked. But you always be careful if you live up there around the woods and all. You don't tell them what's going to crawl up in there, especially if they're trying to get some shelter and all. All right. All right, here's up at Deer Point Lake too. This owl right here taking sitting right here in the goal. That's Matt Mullen's house. His wife Eva sent that picture there. The owl's been around the house for a while now and sitting there on a goal post. All right, Tuesday afternoon. Ryan Huggins over there at Burnt Mill Creek. Nice one there, Ryan. Burnt Mill Creek buck. All right, that takes care of our pictures. It's amazing. That's just the last couple of days of pictures of all kinds of things going on right here in the Panhandle. A nice buck there, and some nice brim, and just a little bit of everything. Just last few days. Okay. Let me bring this up too. I was going to mention about an oyster, and it's closing on November the 23rd. That's this weekend. The season is closing on weekends all the way to May 31st. So no oystering in Apalachicola Bay. Now they came up with that rule back in the '85 when all those storms came through and got a lot of fresh water and had a kill-off of oysters back then. So they started putting in that weekend closing way back then. It's helped out a lot, and so but just remind all the folks there that it is closed up. Let's go ahead and let's go and take a break now. I got all kind of stuff lined up here, so let's go and take a break now. We'll come right back. All right, welcome back. On occasion, I see almost every Thursday there's a phrase going around now, especially on Facebook and other people showing pictures, called Throwback Thursday. And what they're doing is just finding some old pictures and just sharing them with people that had never seen them before, because it goes way back. And I said, well, that might be a good idea every now and then on the show to come up with an old outdoor picture that I have in my possession that are very special to me, and just show it to you and share some things with you. And this one right here is a very special one. This is my daughter, Wendy. Now, she's grown with 3 kids of her own now, and that's me in the back, and we're paddling. And what's unique about this, of course, we love the water. We were camping. I can't remember if this was over Crooked Island Sound up at Big Island Pond, but we hit both those places pretty regular in those days. But that canoe, I want you to take a good look at that canoe, folks. I actually built that canoe from scratch. And of course it looks like it. And of course it's gone now. It lasted probably 7 or 8 years. We had a lot of fun in it, but a store-bought one was a little more stable. But that was special because we built it, and I took a lot of time building it with fiberglass over that wood, and had a great time in it. And that's little Wendy, who now teaches 8th grade over there at Bay Haven. But that was some fun days, and that's my Throwback Thursday picture right there. And I'll bring some every now and then to show you. That's a special one there. I got it. It's fading out. I want to get it worked on a little bit. All right, tip of the day. I always like to, every now and then, 3 or 4 times a week, come up with an outdoor tip of the day to make you a better outdoorsman. It could be fishing or hunting or camping or anything along those lines. I was thinking the other day about something, and all these are my originals. I don't copy these from anybody. I mean, that one on that plastic bag the other day, just something I figured out. Now, this is not my original, but it's something I just want to remind you of how useful it is. And in fact, don't forget the useful machete. It's a versatile tool. I'm going to use mine today. I'm going to actually take this one to school, and it's a good one. It's been through a lot. But there's so many things you can do with it. You can cut vines with it. You cut those little roots and trees where you don't have to swing a big old axe, so you can work a lot longer with a machete. So cutting those vines and clearing things out is so good. One of the good things, you can make a path through the woods. You just walk through. I've done that many times. I know you have too. And also, you can blaze on the side of a tree. You just sort of blaze the side of the tree. I know you've done that. If you have your tree stand way back in the woods, you have your flashlight. Just follow your way out on that path where you've just taken that machete and just cut the side of a tree. Don't hurt the tree. Just shave along the bark right there. So my tip of the day is keep a machete in your truck. Keep it sharp. Now, you don't have to be razor sharp because you want a little bit of blunt force in it when you hit. But a machete is just a very useful and versatile tool. And what I'm going to do with mine today, we shoot archery, and we have a mound behind it, and it's not quite high enough. And sometimes the kids will hit the top of a target, and the arrow takes off and lands back there in those woods. And I make the kids look for them. Man, they get all scratched up and all. They're troopers about going. They don't want to lose an arrow either, because they get ostracized by their classmates. So they go by there and look for it. But it's just grown up over the summer. So I'm taking that machete today. I'm going to clear some paths in there, see if we can find those arrows, because they get expensive when you got so many kids shooting, and they don't abuse them, but they just sometimes make bad shots, and it don't go good. All right, Steampan Canal. Now remember, the Steampan Canal is closed in November and December, and January and February. You can go there and fish all you want to, but you cannot bring fish out of there. You can't bring live bait out of there, whatever. You go in there. Just best thing to do is go in there and catch a fish, take a picture of them, release them, and just enjoy the thrill of catching a fish. Now people ask me, when did that happen? Actually, that happened back in 1993. The FWC put that rule in. Now the FWC didn't come down here and tell us what to do. It was requested by the Bay County Commission, by the constituents of Bay County, because they were seeing what people were going up there just hauling boatloads of stuff out, going back in there 2 or 3 times and catching stuff. So fishermen like us asked our county commissioners to approach the FWC with that rule about not keeping those, because it was just wall-to-wall boats. I may have some pictures of it, but that's where it came from, okay? All right, now, let's go ahead and set up this video. It's a good video, some good catching some redfish and all, down here right out of White City. So let's go ahead and roll this video out. All right, folks, it's too bad it's too windy to go in anywhere, but putting here at White City, getting ready for a trip. It's 2 boats going out. On this boat back here, Greg Jordan, head coach there at Bluntstown. There's Tucker, wave your hand, Tucker. And there's Hunter, wave your hand, Hunter. And we're going out of our boat, and we're going to try to go down the canal and find some stuff, see what we can do. Had a fish stick. How about that? You like fish stick for supper? That's a good one. Catch and release. Okay, well, we've gotten into a bunch of these little redfish. They're about 15, 16 inches long. They're fun to catch, but we catch them here and they catch them over there next to us. Nice, pretty beautiful fish. Look at it. Get them on hook right here. I'm gonna let them go. There you go. Beautiful redfish. All right, here we go. All right, you got over here. That was Greg. Greg bowing up. Greg Jordan. Bluntstown Tigers. No, that's Tucker. That's little Tucker. Little Tucker. He's not a tiger, he's a kitty cat. He'll be a tiger when he gets. Look at here. Woo! Hold him up there, Tucker. Put your hood off. We're catching a lot of these little redfish right in here. A lot of fun. Hold him up, Tucker. Good job. What is it?
Oh, croaker. You got him hooked on his throat.
Oh, this is nice redfish right here. Nice redfish right here. Yeah, on the way down. We're still on these redfish, folks. There are a bunch of them out here. I want to show you, if you can show this little line of where I'm fishing and where the line, where the water is. Nice and red. They're all about an inch short today. A lot of fun to catch. All right, Greg hooked up on another one over here. Folks, it's really windy this afternoon. Real windy. Tough fishing. Yeah, we've been catching pretty steady here. That looks like a nice one. Hunter's getting ready to net him. That looks, oh yeah. Nice. Good one. 20 inch. We're gonna measure him. It looks like a keeper from here. Woo! They're getting bigger. How big is that one?
20 inches.
All right, 20 inch. That's a 20-inch redfish right there. I got another one on. Oh, boy, that's lightweight reel. That's another one. Another 16-inch red. Look, I just did have him hooked. He's gonna be easy to release. Beautiful fish. Beautiful redfish. All right, buddy. I'm gonna let you go there. There you go. All right. All right, folks, we're gonna wrap it up. Another segment of Panhandle Outdoors. We're fishing the T in between the canal and the intercoastal. We caught a bunch of little rat reds, caught some croakers. Had a good afternoon of fishing, just checking the boat out. Everything running good and getting ready for the spring season. I just wanted to sort of take a little short trip on it. So had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the show. All right, welcome back, folks. Glad you're with us this morning. Let's take a look at our fishing game forecast brought to us by Mark Cowart of Edgewater Beach Realty. Number 832-6000. Give Mark a call on any real estate needs between Carabel and Sandestin. We're looking at our times tomorrow morning. We're looking at 2:25 to 4:25, and this afternoon 2:48 to 4:48. Good time this afternoon. Might be a little bit cloudy, a little bit of a breeze. The marine forecast only has that 5 to 10, so it's not a bad afternoon to get out. Okay, I got a email, but let me first mention our First Baptist Wild Game Cookout is tonight at 5:30. If you get a chance, run by there. We've got a great speaker here, and it's going to be a good, again, they're one of the first ones to do it, and they always do a great job there in the First Baptist downtown Panama City. Good folks down there, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. Not just eating a great meal, but seeing some great folks and getting some good stuff. Okay? Quick email here. This is from Chris Carroll. It's really a two-part email. I'm just going to read the second part right now. Hey, Coach, there's an incident that I had while fishing in St. Andrews Bay along some docks. I'm in a small 14-foot boat fishing along when a large boat comes by, and basically I grab one of the poles. You know, we probably all done that, so when the waves get by, you sort of hold the pole, especially in a small boat. And all of a sudden, this lady that lived there went ballistic. She told me I was fishing in her property and messing up her stuff, and she was talking really ugly to me. I even threatened to call the police. Now, I go fishing and enjoy it, and I was nice to her, and I tried to be nice as I could to her, but did I do anything wrong by touching the pole next to her dock? Well, that water and all is everybody's water. I'm going to talk to Ken Paramore. He's coming on next week. We're going to talk about that. In my opinion, I don't think he did anything wrong, if, for safety's sake, trying to hold on like that. But we'll talk about that. If you got any kind of questions along those lines, send them to me. We'll talk about it. If I don't know the answer, we can find out who does have the answer, okay? Got to wrap it up, folks. Thank y'all so much for watching Panhandle Outdoors. Had a great time today. You do something good for somebody. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.